Hi there everyone, here is a rune reading for you. I've got these rune cards and I'm going to pick a 3-card spread out here. The first rune represents the overview of the situation or the query, so you could be asking a question. Think of the question if that's the case. Rune 2 in the middle represents a challenge. Rune 3 represents a possible course of action that could be taken. So first of all, we're going to do the overview. Let's have a look what rune is coming out for the overview. Okay, we have Lagoos. Okay, and it says flow, water, sea, a fertility source, the healing power of renewal, life energy and organic growth, imagination and psychic matters. Oh, beautiful. So it feels to me like there's some sort of flow coming into your life, and it feels to me that letting things just flow naturally is what's going to be important at the moment. It's all about getting some sort of different energy into your life as well, is what I feel this is saying. And you know, there will be growth from this different energy, and the energy has to be a kind of natural sort of flowing energy. So I feel that if you do a little bit of meditation perhaps, or sitting and centering yourself, or just easily going out into nature and having a lovely walk, I feel that it will kind of balance you. And this is what this is kind of saying. Balancing is important. Balancing your chakras, just balancing your emotions, trying to get away from too much heavy thought and overthinking. And it's also showing that there's organic growth here, so that's little by little that everything is starting to open up and bud, is what I'm being told here. So it's a little bit like the springtime. It's a little bit like it's time for everything to start to suddenly start to sprout some beautiful buds and, you know, start to flower. And it says imagination and psychic matters are important. So all these things are important at the moment for you, and that you may be focusing on, if that makes any sense. Okay, so the challenge in the situation, what's the challenge for my lovely viewers? Okay, and Zeus. Okay, a revealing message or insight, communication, signals, inspiration, enthusiasm, speech, true vision, power of words and naming, blessings, the taking of advice. Okay, so there's all those things. You might not be able to read it. I think it might be back to front. So there's some sort of message or some sort of, I want to say, light bulb moment here. And there's some sort of communication coming from a source. Now, this might be a source that you'd wanted to communicate with you. It also might be a communication from somebody that you didn't suspect would communicate with you. It could be somebody that you don't even know that's starting to communicate with you and has some very valuable, what they're saying to me is, someone has some very valuable information or insight to help you with your situation, whatever that might be at the moment. And it might be helping you to, and they're saying, work on a project or work on your, whatever it is that you're learning at the moment. You know, you might be on some sort of a course here to learn something. And I feel somebody has some invaluable insight into that, if that's the case. It's also that it says power of words and naming. So anything you speak, I want to say here, or anybody's name that you speak, or even hearing your own name spoken is very powerful. Words very powerful. And they're saying not to be light with your words. So some things that you say could be taken in a different way, or some things that you say could be very powerful for somebody else here. So don't do anything or say anything lightly is what I feel to say here. And that might be the challenge, not speaking. I'm not saying don't speak your truth here. I feel you need to speak your truth, but it depends on how you say it and what you actually say. The words you actually say are very powerful at the moment. So always have that thought in your mind when you're discussing an important situation with somebody, or, you know, emotionally or whatever it is. Know that somebody else could take it in a different way, and somebody else could also find your powerful words very invaluable as well, is what I feel to say. And the taking of advice, so that could be you need to take advice from somebody that's communicating with you, or it could be that you're actually advising other people here, is what I feel to say. But there is this sense of, you know, being very careful about how you speak, what you say, and what words you use is what I feel to say is the challenge here for you. And here is the outcome, or the best course of action that you could take with this, whatever's going on at the moment. And we've got Jera. Okay, this says the results of earlier efforts are realized. Okay, so anything that you've been doing, the results are now coming in. It's a time of peace and happiness and a fruitful season. It can break through stagnancy. So if anything was just so boring or just not happening for you, then there's some breakthrough going on for you. Hopes and expectations of peace and prosperity. So there is this sense of much peace coming, and that, you know, there's some sort of light bulb moment, there's some sort of knowledge that you'll be given here that will help you to really start on your path of peace and prosperity as well. So there'll be an upward turn in your finances, or in your abundance is what I want to say, whichever way you want that abundance, whether it be an abundance of love, or an abundance of people around you, or an abundance of money here, or actually an abundance of beautiful things in front of your eyes is what I want to say for some reason. So some of you are seeing things as beautiful, you know, that you've never seen before, or what you've not noticed, and perhaps that's nature or something like that. But whatever it is, I do feel that you are getting the results from some hard work that you've put in, or something that you've done earlier that you thought wasn't coming to fruition. Yeah, so it's very good. You are going to be able to move forward with something now and get success. I wish you all the very, very best, my loves.